Hello friends, in this video we will solve more problems on AC fundamental circuits. Let us begin. Question number 1 says find voltage across capacitor for the following circuit. And the circuit is given. In fact, they are asking you at resonance magnitude of VC is. How to get magnitude of VC? It is very easy. That too at resonance. Then we should have one concept in our mind. The concept is at resonance one should remember that mod of Vc upon mod of Vr is always equal to Q, or you can say mod of Vc, that is magnitude of Vc, is Q times magnitude of Vr. Q for series RLC circuit is given by straightaway formula. It is 1 upon R under root of L by C times magnitude of Vr. Let us substitute all the values now. 1 upon R value is 10, the value of L is 0.1 and the value of C is 0.1 microfarad, which is you have to replace micro with 10 to the power minus 6 into, let's talk about Vr. At resonance, one should understand that there is no effect of L and C. In fact, whatever input voltage appears completely across resistor. Therefore, I can consider voltage across R, that is magnitude of voltage across R, is simply input voltage, which is 1 in this case. So, if you solve this, you will get this equal to 100. So, this is the magnitude of Vc in volt. So, the answer is 100 volt. I am sure you understood this problem. Let's move to the second problem now. Question number 2 is appeared on your screen. It says a coil, that is series RL circuit. Please remember, whenever they say coil, it is by default RL circuit, because coil consists of inductor and every coil has got its internal resistance, which is R. So, it is always RL circuit. Has been designed for high Q performance. Q means quality factor at rated voltage and a specific frequency. If the frequency of the operation is doubled, then coil is operated at same rated voltage, then the Q factor and power consumed by the coil will be affected as follow. And there are 4 statements given where you have to select one of the correct statement. Option number A says P is doubled, Q is halved. It means P is doubled means the new value of P is older value multiplied by 2, whereas Q is halved means Q becomes half of the previous value. Second option says P becomes half, Q is doubled. Option C says P remains constant, Q is doubled, and option number D says P decreases by 4 times and Q is simply doubled. Let's see what the reality is. For RL series circuit, you should never forget Q is XL upon R. Remember, if it would have been RL parallel circuit, I would have written as R upon XL. I can say XL as omega times L upon R. Rather, I will say this is Q1. Now, what is done? Frequency of the operation is doubled. It means if previous it was omega, the new omega becomes twice of omega. Therefore, a new quality factor will be twice of omega L upon R. Or I can write Q2 is simply omega L upon R is Q1. So, Q2 is twice of Q1, which is equation 2. So, what we can conclude is if the frequency is doubled, then quality factor also gets doubled. So, now if you refer the options, option number B says Q is doubled, option number C also says Q is doubled, and option number D is also saying Q is doubled. Only one out of 4 option is eliminated. Option number A is eliminated, which says Q is halved, that is Q becomes half of the previous. So, the competition is among option B, option C and option D. For that purpose, we have to see what if the frequency is doubled, what is the effect on power consumed by the circuit. We should know power is always a consumed power given as I square times R, where by Ohm's law I can replace I with Vs upon Z whole square times R, or I can write P equal to Vs square upon Z square into R. In fact, it is RL series circuit, so I can say Z equal to R plus JXL, or magnitude of Z is under root of R square plus XL square. Therefore, P will become Vs square upon Z square, that is magnitude of Z square is simply R square plus XL square. So I am going to substitute this as R square plus XL square. Student might get wondered, why not I have substituted the value of Z as R plus JXL and why the magnitude of Z? It is very simple. When you do power calculation, you always want a real value, right? It means you don't need a phasor information to calculate power. So you always take magnitude values while calculating power P. And not only for P, but even for Q and S, this statement is applicable. Then, of course, it was I square into R, so we need to substitute R also here. Now, it becomes P equal to Vs square divided by, if I take R square common for some reason, you will understand why, it will become 1 plus XL upon R whole square into what? R. Here, as you can see, R and R gets cancelled. What is remaining? P equal to Vs square divided by R into 1 plus XL upon R can be replaced with Q. So this was our whole motive to bring power in terms of quality factor, because we have to see what exactly happens when quality factor gets doubled. So what we can see, in fact, it is a given data, R is constant, Vs, that is rated voltage, is also kept constant, only Q is varying. So can't I say that P is inversely proportional to Q square? I am sure you understood this. Now remember, the value of Q1 will give us P1 and the value Q2 shall give us P2. For omega frequency, we got Q1, and for Q1 we should get P1. For twice of omega, when the frequency was doubled, we got second quality factor, which will give me P2. Let's see what we can do with this. We know the fact P is inversely proportional to Q square, means I will say P1 is inversely proportional to Q1 square, whereas I can say P2 is inversely proportional to 1 upon Q2 square. In fact, I can say equation number 1, equation number 2. What I'll do, I'll say equation number 1 divided by equation number 2. Then I'll get P1 by P2 equal to Q2 square by Q1 square. Is that right? P1 by P2. Q2 is actually double of Q1. So I can actually replace, since Q2 is equal to twice of Q1, since Q2 is twice of Q1, you can replace Q2 square with 4 times Q1 square divided by Q1 square. So this will get cancelled. You will see P1 is 4 times P2, or actually you can write P2 is P1 divided by 4. So if you remember, P1 is the power which when frequency was omega, and P2 is the power when frequency gets doubled. So what we can see is P2 becomes 4 times lesser than P1. So the conclusion is power reduces 4 times when omega is doubled. So the final conclusion we can say, if omega is doubled, Q is also doubled, but P is reduced 4 times than the previous. we'll go back to the options and we'll see what is the correct option. As you can see, option number D is the correct option, which says P decreases by 4 times and Q is doubled. I'm sure you've understood question number 2. Let's go to the next problem. Let's move to the next question. It says determine F naught. Please remember, F naught is nothing but resonant frequency. So resonant frequency means the condition of resonance has occurred. So let's go on calculating Z equivalent of this, and the imaginary part, if we equate to 0, then we will get frequency omega naught, that is F naught here. Z equivalent is R plus, as you can see, this is, I can convert it into XL or JXL. I can convert this into minus JXC, and this is also minus JXC. We shouldn't say XC1, XC2 because both the capacitors are sharing a same value, which is 1 farad. So I would say it is JXL minus JXC is in combination with minus JXC as parallel. First of all, we will solve the bracket and then we will add them with R. Z equivalent becomes, I'll first of all solve this. So it becomes JXL minus JXC into minus JXC whole divided by addition of all, that is Z1 when parallel with Z2, it is Z1 Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2. In that case, it is JXL minus JXC minus JXC. So as you can see, I can actually take this J common and this gets cancelled with this. So what is remaining? Minus XC into JXL minus JXC whole divided by XL minus 2XC. Is that right? But this is not actually Z equivalent. I would say this is Z equivalent dash because it is just a part of second term. The complete Z equivalent is nothing but it is R plus the whole term, which is minus XC into J XL minus JXC whole divided by XL minus 2XC. I can in fact say the second term is a imaginary term. At resonance, imaginary part becomes 0. So at resonance, imaginary part becomes 0 means minus XC JXL minus JXC whole divided by XL minus 2XC equal to 0. So what will happen? I can shift the denominator there, the right hand side, and I can straight away make it 0. So what is remaining is minus XC into JXL minus JXC equal to 0. Again I can shift it over here, simply JXL equal to JXC. JJ gets cancelled. XL is omega naught L, XC is 1 upon omega naught C, or I can say omega naught square is 1 upon LC, or I can write omega naught is 1 upon root LC. Let us substitute the value of L and C from the question given. The value of L is 4 Henry and the value of C is 1 farad. Therefore, omega naught becomes simply 1 by 2. And what they are asking us is F naught. Then F naught is omega naught upon 2 pi. Therefore, it is 1 upon 4 pi hertz. So the value of F naught is 1 upon 4 pi hertz, and that was the only question. Simply 1 upon 4 pi hertz. I'm sure you understood this. In such type of problems, what you need to do is just calculate Z equivalent and substitute imaginary part equal to 0, and you will always get resonant frequency. So this is the only part of solution we have for this. Let's move to the next question. Next question says determine power dissipated by the circuit at resonance. So we'll see how to handle this. As you can see, it is a parallel circuit. So in parallel circuit, as I said, it is always advisable to go for finding Y equivalent. In that case, Y equivalent is what? It is 1 upon the first circuit, or the upper branch is RL circuit and the lower branch is RC circuit. I am not going to specify that as R1 or R2 because the value of R are equal. So Y equivalent is equal to, I will say 1 upon R plus J XL plus 1 upon R minus J XC. Or I can write Y equivalent as R minus J XL. Again, I am going to multiply and divide with R minus J XL for first term. So denominator becomes R square plus XL square. As well as for second term also, I am going to multiply and divide the second term with R plus J XC. Therefore, what comes in numerator is R plus J XC divided by numerator will of course have R square plus XC square. We have already learned this kind of circuit. When RL is in parallel with RC circuit, it is considered as a standard RL circuit or standard RLC circuit. In standard RLC circuit, when R1, or we used to call them as RL and RC. RL means a resistor which is connected in series with the inductor, and RC is a resistor which is connected in series with capacitor. When RL and RC are same, then you know the fact XL is always equal to XC. Since XL and XC are equal, I can claim this denominator and this denominator are exactly same. Therefore, I can have Y equivalent as R minus JXL plus R plus JXC whole divided by R square plus XL square. Since XL and XC are same, these two gets cancelled. What is Y equivalent? Is 2R upon R square plus XL square. Is that right? This is in fact Y equivalent at resonance. Therefore, I can write Z equivalent as R square plus XL square upon twice of R. Now they are asking us determine the power dissipated by the circuit at resonance. So what we need to do is we have to substitute V square by R as a formula. Power dissipation is simply V square divided by R, or I can write P is equal to V square divided by real part of Z. So we know that at resonance whatever Z we have, it is always a real part only. Therefore, now Z equivalent becomes R square, where R is 2, and so Z equivalent is simply R square plus omega square L square upon twice of R. Now the problem is omega is not known to us. So we should know the fact that omega is omega naught, which is 1 upon root LC in this case, which is 1 by 2. Just substitute the value of L as 4 Henry and the value of C as 1 farad. From the circuit 4 Henry and 1 farad, if you substitute, you will get omega naught equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, now Z equivalent becomes R square, where R is what? 2. So R is simply 2 square plus omega square means it is 1 by 4 into L square, where L is 4 Henry, so it becomes 4 square whole divided by twice of R. So it becomes 2 into 2. Therefore, Z equivalent becomes 2 square is 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 divided by 4 becomes 2, which is nothing but R equivalent only. Remember, Z equivalent is nothing but R equivalent, that is real part of Z. Let's substitute V square. What was the V? V is the supply voltage, which is 10. We should always take RMS value, so I'll take 10 by root 2 whole square divided by R, which is 2. By solving this, you will get 25 watt. So 25 watt is the final answer for this. I'm sure you have understood all the problems. Thank you.